You know what today is? Today is the first legal day in the state of Michigan that you can fire off those fireworks. From 11 a.m. to 11:45, from now until the end of July the 4th, it's legal to actually shoot your fireworks off. And again, let me recall this again. 11 a.m. to 11:45. Not 12:30 or 1 o'clock like happened last night again.
I heard there was a new rule, though, that in Hudsonville specifically, Hudsonville, Michigan, anybody that lives in Hudsonville, you're not allowed to do that.
At all.
Especially when you have Milo sleeping, right?
Right.
So let me also give you a couple more of the rules that are out there for this. And I know that we got a lot of Chaldean friends of mine that listen to this show. And I know you live a lot by me. For those that don't know what Chaldeans are, they're Iraqi Catholics. They're the most beautiful human beings in the world, especially the women.
It's true. No, it's true. Yeah,
guys
it's
are
not fair.
The guys are hit or miss.
Also true.
But well, I want to throw this out there that you got to make sure you keep to that timing, but also you cannot be drinking and you cannot have had taken any kind of marijuana. That actually the police say that if you get in trouble, if they have to come to your house and you're doing it and you're visibly drunk, you could be arrested for doing it, for lighting off fireworks, which is probably a good idea because they're trying to save you from losing like an eye or something. But there's other laws too, like there's laws of you have to pick up the wrappers that the things leave behind. Like, you know how those fireworks always leave behind wrappers? Mm-hmm. So if you're doing that thing and they blow all over the place, that's got to be picked up.
Tell me who's picking up the wrappers.
But also be really careful about putting them in your trash can and then putting your trash can in your garage or next to your house because a family member had a fire 2 years ago. The whole side of their house.
Another issue is people lighting these fireworks off and the spectators are standing too close. They have to be more than 50 feet away from the fireworks. I would say more than 50 feet.
Way more.
Depending on some of the people that are doing this. And you cannot light them off if it's not a private property. Like, you cannot go onto public property to light this off. So if you want to light these things off at the park next to your house or whatever, that's a violation of the law, Michigan law. Nobody follows these laws.
Nope.
Because nobody enforces these laws.
Yep.
So it never really becomes that big of a thing.
Could you imagine the cop that has to be on fireworks duty? Has to come over and go, hey, guys, can you please stop?
Actually, I would confiscate them for my own personal use.
Right.
I would take them home with me. Has anybody ever been busted for fireworks? Has that ever happened? Or has anybody ever had like big neighborhood disputes because of the fireworks? Because if you hear these stories all the time about, what we were just talking about, the laws and stuff, but I can't tell you who the person is that's lighting the fireworks off. But I know they're close enough to me that I can hear them,
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's being lit a neighborhood away from me. It's in my neighborhood. Like, it's close to me.
Well, I could tell when they do the bottle rockets and the stuff where they're shooting like, pew, pew, because you could see the trail. And sometimes I'll hear them lighting and running. Light and then shuffle of the drunk people running away from it as it like pew, shoots off right before before they blow their fingers or their eyeball.
They're close enough to you that you can actually hear all that.
Yeah, neighbors behind me, and they would just light and run.
Is it worse?
And they come over, and then they blow up over my house, and then all the paper trash lands in my yard.
Is it worse, Spike, in your apartment that you're in right now, or was it worse in your old neighborhood that you lived in?
It was worse in the old neighborhood, and I'm nervous. It seems like it might be bad in my new neighborhood, the house I just bought. I haven't been sleeping there yet because I still got some construction stuff going on.
You're hearing them?
I'm hearing them, and I've been there late at night wrapping up some things, and I'm like, uh-oh, neighbors behind me. Maybe they moved with me from the old neighborhood.
I don't know. It's funny is that you hope that it's just this time of the year, like you have to deal with it for like 2 months. But the problem is I feel like I've been dealing it already for the last month.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's been, blowing it all up, which I'm fine with, like on the weekends. I don't mind it so much on the weekends. My dogs do mind. My dogs, I feel so bad for them, From now through the next couple of weeks, we put them in these little vests that they wear.
Thunder vest?
Yeah, because they get freaked out, and it does help. It really does. What's up, Larry?
What's up, Mojo?
How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
So the year right before COVID, because we haven't lit off anything since COVID, but I live in Garden City, and I got a really big backyard, and a cop walked right into my backyard. Like, everybody in our neighborhood was blowing off fireworks, going crazy, and a cop came over, walked right into my backyard, and took down my license, wanted the owner of the house.
Wow.
That was me. And he says, if I find you guys doing it again, you guys are going to get a huge fine. I mean, he was being a real jerk about it.
Well, what were you doing that he was upset about?
Just lighting off fireworks. I mean, we had the fountains, we had a few mortars, everything else, but everybody in the neighborhood, and I talked to a lot of my neighbors, and all my neighbors, that cop came to everybody's house. He was walking door to door.
Yeah.
And
what time of the day or night was this?
Oh, it was like about 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, that's not bad.
At night.
They must have had a bunch of complaints, because they typically won't go out there and bother unless they're getting calls.
You know, I mean, he was like full tactical gear and everything. I was like,
oh, wow.
Like
maybe he just
went to a raid or something. I'm like, calm down, guy.
Well, maybe he thought they were bigger than fireworks. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they were so loud. Like, some of these people, like, light off these, like, sticks of dynamite almost. You know?
I also hope that you didn't say calm down, guy, to him. Like you just said.
I totally did, too.
Wow.
So,